A lot of people have asked us, why are you doing YouTube? And what's your story?
We retired with $1 million portfolio, but we wanted more than just freedom. So now we're building a YouTube business from scratch. See, early retirement gave us the time, but YouTube has given us a new purpose, more creativity, and yes, the potential to make more money. We're not ready to just sit on the porch in our rocking chairs full time just yet.
We are Jason and Dharavi, the couple behind 40 North Finances. We hit our FIRE number at 39, retire early with $1 million portfolio. Now, we split our time half the year in the US and the other half traveling abroad. Honestly, we never plan on working again.
That was the dream, right? And yet, here we are, building a YouTube business from scratch. And today, we want to share with you our complete and honest story with you. How we went from 401k spreadsheets to making 4K videos. And why this retirement job is nothing like we expected.
Most people think if you are working after retirement, you somehow fail. But what if work isn't a setback? What if it's actually another kind of freedom? Our story flips the script on what retirement is supposed to look like. Stick around, this might just change how you see your own future. If you are over 40 and thinking about FIRE or already retired but feeling a little restless, hit subscribe. We are sharing real early retirement experiences here, not just a theory. We are actually living it day by day.
Ever since reaching early retirement at 39, we spent the last few years enjoying the freedom that we worked so hard for. We traveled, split our time between the US and abroad, and really just soaked in the flexibility. But as time has gone on, a few things have started to shift. My online marketing business, which I started before quitting my day job, and which had been a steady part of our lives, started trending down. See, those constant Google algorithm updates, it just made it harder and harder to keep up.
At the same time, we have noticed that we had been taking tons of photos and videos during our travels, mostly to share with our family and friends on Facebook and Instagram. It became a habit, document our adventure, capturing moments, and connecting with loved ones back home. After a while, we realized that moving to YouTube was a next natural step. I mean, we are already creating all of this content, so why not share with a wider audience?
And that's right. Plus, seeing these other retiree YouTubers like The Unretirees, Our Rich Journey, Vagabond Buddha, and Grounded Life Travel, and many others making really good money, that was definitely a motivating factor as well. Potential for extra income is a nice bonus. I mean, who doesn't want a little more cushion in their nest egg? But it wasn't just about money. We noticed that the financial independence retire early community was missing more voices like ours. People over 40 living this lifestyle and sharing what it's really like. And oddly enough, only a small percentage of FIRE content creators are over 40. We wanted to help fill that gap and hopefully help others avoid some of the mistakes that we made along the way.
YouTube isn't our whole purpose in retirement, it's definitely enriching. It keeps us engaged, pushes us to learn new things, and let us connect with people who are on the same journey. For us, financial independence isn't just about quitting work. It's about having freedom to choose projects that add meaning and excitement to our lives. And YouTube, it's become one of those projects.
One thing that we learned since retiring early is that relying on a single source of income, even a solid nest egg, can be risky. That's why we think about our finances as a mix of different income streams. And we've looked into things like dividend-paying stocks, rental income, and even other small online businesses. To our advantage, retirees today have way more options than ever. We're talking dividends, annuities, rental properties, royalties, even part-time entrepreneurship can all add extra layers of security to your retirement plan. And for us, YouTube is just one piece of that puzzle. If we eventually are able to monetize our channels, it will be a way to keep our income diversified, so we're not putting all of our eggs in one basket. And let's be honest, that extra cushion, it should help us sleep better at night, knowing that we have multiple ways to support our lifestyle if the markets or life throw us a curveball.
But knowing why we want to do this wasn't enough. We need a plan. First up, it was branding. We knew we wanted to connect with people over 40 just like us. So we brainstormed names that would be short, easy to remember, and simple for anyone to say, even when we are traveling abroad. That's how 40 North was born. It's a nod to being north of 40, age-wise, and it gave us the flexibility to expand.
And now we've got 40 North Travels, 40 North Finances, 40 North Street Food, and even 40 North Walks, which is our 4K walking tour channel. And we have even more ideas for the 40 North brand that we hope to start later on down the line. See, we wanted a brand that could grow with us wherever our interests take us. Next, we had to buy the gear to get started, and we didn't go crazy with spending here. We picked up an action camera for around $300 and then added some studio lighting, microphones, and that was only a couple $100 more. We found lightly used MacBook Airs on Facebook Marketplace. Also, we grabbed a couple of used 4K monitors for editing. All in, we spent like $1,500 to get started. I think I remember reading somewhere that something like 80% of successful YouTubers spend under $2,000 to launch their channels.
You don't need fancy equipment to get going. We taught ourselves video editing the old-fashioned way by watching a lot of YouTube tutorials. We handle all the branding ourselves, from the logos to the channel art. And let's just say our first attempt at editing video was rough.
Yeah.
Picture jumps, cuts everywhere, audio out of sync, terrible lighting, and you get the idea. It was a disaster, but we love and learn a ton. Here's the great thing about YouTube. You don't need a lot of money to get started. It's all about hitting record, learning as you go, and stay consistent.
Now, the setup was easy compared to the personal challenges that we faced. You would think that after years of running a business and traveling that we'd be totally comfortable in front of a camera. Well, not so much. See, we're both introverted. So the first time that little red light came on, yeah, we both froze. Suddenly, we were camera shy, tripping over our words, even though we were usually pretty confident people. But the biggest hurdle was sharing our personal finances. Talking about our net worth, our investments, and how we fired, it felt incredibly vulnerable. There's this pressure because society has a lot of opinions about retirees who still work, especially in public. We worried that people would judge us or think that we'd failed at retirement just because we chose to start something new. Then there's imposter syndrome. We'd watch other creators and think, who are we to give advice? Add in the fear of online criticism and trolls, and it's easy to second guess every video.
Honestly, the learning curve was steeper than we expected. Early on, perfectionism nearly paralyzed us. We would film the same intro 10 times, nitpick every edit, and still feel like it wasn't good enough. I will never forget the first time we shared our net worth publicly. Hitting publish on that video was like standing on a stage in your underwear, But the response was overwhelmingly supportive, and that's helped us push through the nerves.
And working together 24/7 has added a whole new dynamic to our relationship. It's honestly like trying to learn to dance together. At first, you step on each other's toes, miss the beat, and sometimes, you just need to laugh it off. Now, one thing that we weren't worried about was our age. In fact, we saw that as a strength. Being in our 40s, our experiences gave us a unique perspective that both younger and older creators, they just can't offer. We knew that there were people out there looking for voices that they could actually relate to. We realized that being vulnerable, being honest about our fears and our journey creates a deeper connection with our audience than just rattling off expertise. People relate to real stories, not just perfect advice.
Despite all of those challenges, some unexpected benefits started to show up. For one, our physical activity shot way up. When we are traveling for the channel, we are averaging between 6,000 to 9,000 steps a day, sometimes even more. It's a far cry from sitting at a desk all day, and it's been great for our health. Mentally, we are more engaged than ever, learning new skills, troubleshooting tech issues, and brainstorming ideas to keep our mind sharp.
That's right. Plus, the social side, that really surprised us. We've connected with people online and offline, sometimes even meeting subscribers in real life, which is always a highlight. You see, doing work that's driven by purpose, not necessity, it feels completely different. There's no boss, no pressure, no alarm clocks, just projects that we choose because they matter to us. And yes, the potential for extra income adds a nice financial cushion, which definitely helps reduce the anxiety about the future. Interestingly, it's been said that couples who work together report 23% higher satisfaction. We'll see if that holds true. We found that working together on something we both care about has brought us closer. See, retirement doesn't have to mean stepping away from work completely. It can mean working by choice, not out of necessity.
And let's be clear, there's no shame in working during retirement. Whether it's running a YouTube channel or working a retail job, every path is valid, and meaningful work can take many forms. Retirement isn't just a permanent vacation. We learned that having purpose matters way more than just endless free time. Working in retirement can actually be empowering. It's not a sign of failure. It's a sign of intentional lifestyle design.
For us, YouTube turned into an unexpected second career, one that keeps us engaged, challenged, and connected. Your retirement can be anything that you want it to be. So don't be afraid to question everything that you've heard about traditional retirement advice.
If you are curious how we actually make this lifestyle work on a budget, check our video on how we live cheaply every month, our monthly budget review. We break down the real numbers and show exactly how we keep our costs low without sacrificing the fun. We will leave the link down below. Thanks for watching, and let us share our honest story with you.